They are often among the first things to be cleared from a seaside property for development, but mangroves play a critical role in the health of a country. That was a separate discussion today at the United Nations Climate Change Conference that has been ongoing in Egypt for almost 2 weeks now. It was hosted by the Pew Charitable Trusts, an independent non-profit organization founded in 1948, which believes that nature-based solutions can fight climate change.
Mangroves are coastal forests, really important to people and biodiversity. They buffer shorelines from storms. Belize just had a very impactful storm recently. Mangroves help with some of that storm surge. They provide food for people, a critical ecosystem for fisheries. And so we supported the government in their ambition to not only understand how much carbon was held, because mangroves are able to draw down earth-warming carbon dioxide and lock that carbon away into soils. And that carbon in the soil could remain there for millennia if the mangrove forest is untouched.
The organization has helped countries like Belize with establishing its nationally determined contributions that were presented last year. And so today, among the panelists were representatives from Seychelles and Belize. Minister of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, Orlando Habet, says that his ministry understands the value of Belize's mangrove forests.
That report has not totally come out as yet, but they already have an indication of what is there. I think they are finalizing that. And for Belize, it is very important because certainly what they found out is that we have plenty of carbon from mangroves, which can also be applied to our NDCs, but also important because it gives us an indication of why it is that we need to do the type of protection that we do.
In Belize, mangroves fall under the Forestry Department, and the government has committed to the preservation and conservation of another 6,000 hectares of mangroves by 2025, as well as in the reforestation of mangroves. Dr. Stacy Baez says that Belize is a global leader for mangrove science.
Belize probably has the most comprehensive carbon analysis for its mangrove forests. Typically, mangrove carbon is looked at in the trees because it's quite resource intensive to understand how much carbon is held in the soil. But this assessment looked at both the biomass in the trees as well as the soil carbon, and 90% of the carbon held in mangroves is held in that soil. Belize, in fact, could train another nation to undertake a similar analysis. The capacity is there and the expertise is there. So going forward, Belize has the skill set to implement that nationally determined contribution.
Minister Habet says that the country will be seeking to partner with the organization for another study that involves seagrass.
We have now looked at mangroves, but we are looking at seagrass and what type of seagrass, the extent of the seagrass, and how much carbon we are actually sequestering from seagrass. And so those are opportunities for both the coastal side, which still falls under our ministry, but also for blue carbon, because we have the blue economy that's looking at that also.
Reporting for News 5 from COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, I'm Dwayne Moody.